You know, I almost didn't record this video, not because I didn't have time, not because I didn't know what to say, but because I'm ashamed of my life. Most people come to YouTube to show success, a new car, a new house, a new business, a happy family, a perfect life. I am here for the opposite reason. I am here because my life is falling apart and I don't know what else to do. My name is Lal Chand. I am from India. If you are watching this from another country, thank you for giving a stranger a few minutes of your life. I don't know if you will ever watch another one of my videos, but today I just want someone, anyone, to hear my story. When I was young, I was not the smartest person in the room. I was not. I was not born into a rich family. I didn't have powerful connections, but I had something that felt just as valuable, a dream, a very simple dream. I wanted to become a businessman, not because I wanted people to admire me, not because I wanted to become famous. I wanted my I wanted my parents to stop worrying about money. I wanted to build something with my own hands. I wanted people to walk into my restaurant, eat the food, smile, and live happy. That dream became my entire life. That's why stood I studied hotel management. I believed education would take me one step closer to opening my own restaurant. Back then, everything felt possible. I honestly believed hard work was enough. I believed I believed if I worked hard, then everyone else, life would eventually reward me. But I was wrong, very wrong. After finishing my studies, I started my first food business. I still remember how excited I was. I couldn't sleep the night before. I kept amazing customers walking in. I imagined telling my parents it's working, but didn't. The business failed. I lost money. I lost my confidence. But I didn't lose my dream. So I tried again. Another business, another plan, another beginning, and another failure. Then another, then another. Yes, after year, failure became a habit. Not because I wanted it, because no matter how hard I worked, Something always went wrong. Sometimes I trusted the wrong person. Sometimes I made bad decisions. Sometimes life simply didn't care how hard I tried. People say failure teaches you. Maybe that's true, but nobody talks about how expensive those lessons are. Every failure cost me money. Every failure cost me confidence. Every failure made it a little harder to believe in my life, in myself. Then life gave me a pain that had nothing to do with business. My parents left this world, and that's a sentence I still struggle to say out loud because I had promised myself something. One day I would make them proud. I would buy them things they never asked for. I would tell them, you don't have to worry anymore. But that day never come. But that day never came. Sometimes I sit alone and I wonder what would my father think if he could see me today? Would he be disappointed or would he simply tell me, don't give up, my son? I don't know. I will never know. That's the hardest part. After my first business failed, people told me something I had heard many times before. Don't worry, try again. You will succeed next time. At first, those words gave me hope. So I tried again, a new idea, a new plan, a new beginning. And once again, I failed. Then I tried another business that failed too. Then another, then another. If you have never failed in business, it's hard to explain what it feels like. People think people think losing money is the hardest part, but it's not. Money can be earned again. Hardest part is losing confidence. Every failure changes the way you see yourself. At first, you believe the business failed. After a while, you start believing maybe you are the failure. That's a very dangerous place to be because once your mind starts believing that, everything becomes harder. Making decisions becomes harder. Taking risk become harder. Even waking up in the morning becomes harder. Years passed. 1 year, 3 year, 5 years, 10 years, almost 20 years. 20 years of believing this next idea will change everything. Sometimes I came very close. I could almost see success. Then something unexpected happened. A problem, a mistake, a loss, and everything disappeared again. It's strange when people see someone successful, they usually see the final chapter. They never see the 20 years before it, the sleepless nights, the money that this disappeared, the dreams that slowly broke apart. No one see those chapters. People start asking different questions. Why don't you just get a normal job? Maybe business is not for you. You have already failed enough. Sometimes people don't even say those words, but you can see them in their eyes. That hurts even more. I stopped talking about my dreams because every time I told someone about a new business, I could almost hear what they were thinking. Here we go again. Another dream, another failure. So I stay quiet. I smiled. I acted like everything was okay. But inside, it was breaking little by little, year by year. The worst part about debt is not the money, it's the silence. You stop answering phone calls, you avoid people, you make excuses, you tell yourself, I will call tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes next week, then next month. Not because you are a bad person, because you are ashamed that you couldn't keep your promises, ashamed that people trusted you, ashamed that you don't have the answer anymore. Today, my phone still rings. Sometimes I look at the screen and I already know who is calling. Someone waiting for their money, someone asking when you will pay. I don't blame them. If I were in their place, I would probably do the same. But every phone call feels like another reminder that I have not escaped my past. Not yet. Sometimes I wonder how many failure can one person survive. I honestly don't know, but somehow I'm still here, still breathing, still hoping. Maybe that's what being human really means. Not winning every battle, but refusing to disappear. Even after losing so many of them, because the hardest chapter of my life didn't start when my business failed. It start it started when my family began paying the price for my failure. You can survive losing money. You can survive losing a business. But watching your children suffer because of your decisions, that pain is different. There are mornings when I phone would ring before I even got out of bed. Sometimes it was the school. They were asking about the fees. Every time I saw the school's number, my heart started beating faster. I wanted to answer, but I also didn't know what to say. How many times can you tell someone, please give me a little more time, before those words lose their meaning? Then there was the house rent every month. The same question, can you pay this time? Sometimes I would calculate everything in my head. If I pay the rent, I can't pay the school. If I pay the school. I can't pay the people I owe. If I pay them, I won't have enough money to buy stock for my next business. No matter what I choose, someone would be disappointed, and that someone was usually the people I loved the most. There were days when even buying milk felt stressful, not because milk is expensive, but because when you are running in the bad debt, every single rupees matters, every single decision matters, every single day feels like a test you have never prepared for. People think debt is only about money. It's not. Debt follows you everywhere. It follows you while you are eating. It follows you while you are driving. It follows you into bed. And sometimes it even follows you into your dreams. There were nights when I woke up suddenly. My heart was racing. I thought something was wrong with me. I thought maybe my blood pressure was too high. So one day I had it checked. The result was normal. The doctor said everything looked fine, but nothing felt fine because the pressure was not only in my body, it was inside my mind. Fear is a strange thing. Sometimes it hurts more than physical pain. Then something happened that I still have not told many people. In my village, there is a small piece of family property. I took a loan against it. At that time, I believed I would repay the money quickly. I truly believed my next business would finally work, but it didn't. Today, that property is no longer mine, and almost nobody in my family knows. Not my wife, not my relatives. Sometimes I sit alone thinking, what will happen if they find out? Will they understand, or will they lose all trust in me? That fear stays with me every single day. Sometimes I feel like I'm carrying two lives, the one everyone sees and the one only I know. Keeping that secret has become another kind of debt. A debt inside my heart. There are moments when I look at my children and I smile. Not because everything is okay, but because I don't want them to carry my worries. Children deserve laughter, not their father's fear. Then a few weeks ago, I made another decision. Maybe the biggest decision of my life. I rented a small shop. I paid the advance. I decide I decided one more time I would start again. This time a dumpling and momos business. Some people would call me brave. Honestly, I don't believe I don't feel brave. I feel terrified. Everything is ready. The shop is ready. The equipment is ready. The recipes are ready. But there is one thing that is not ready. Me. It's been almost 20 days and I still have not opened the shop. Every morning I tell myself today is the day. Then fear starts talking. What if nobody comes? What if you lose everything again? What if this is another failure? And before I know it, another day is gone. Sometimes. The biggest prison is not made of walls, it's made of fear. And right now, I'm trying to escape that prison. Ah!